him finish.
Sorry.
And then, like, after the fact, this guy gets the guilty for fucking murdering. They go, but what the fuck, man? Why didn't you give the same treatment to O.J. Simpson? You know, it's like fucking, it's the same dumb shit. That guy got away with it, so why can't I? Because fucking they're not you, and this is about you. This isn't about them.
The reason I asked that question isn't okay. The reason why I asked that the reason why I asked that question isn't as a deflection, because I don't see myself as having done wrong by my own standards. I don't see myself as having done anything wrong, and also by your standards, you're applying that to me, which again I keep on saying that no, there's nothing wrong with what I did, and then I ask you why don't you point? And I point out to other examples of people you could be pointing out to. And you say that no, it's okay that they do what they do.
There's a pattern to the things that I talk about when I bring things up about you, John. If you haven't noticed yet, it's to point out inconsistencies in your own ideologies. That's why I'm so effective in making you mad, is because I use your own words against you.
That's what I do to you, and that's why you get mad in kind.
But John, I haven't been mad this entire conversation.
I was really trolling you while you were trying to troll me.
Well, if you weren't mad, you were definitely frustrated, which is the same effect.
No.
If he was frustrated, he was frustrated at how stupid you were.
I hate to see him when he's at his most steely resolve, because that would be frightening.
You have seen me when I was mad. I have been legitimately mad with you. You have gotten to me once or twice.
You had Deermo on stream when he's angry.
Hell, you saw me go... Hell, you've seen the stream when I was going off an endo. You know what I'm like when I'm mad.
It doesn't matter. Well, then it doesn't matter when you're mad or not.
One iota of a chance to even get a word.
Why do you assume I'm mad?
It's mad because.
Why do you assume I'm mad when I'm trying to have my voice?
Listen to your tone of voice right now, and listen
to your tone of voice. It sounds like you're mad to me.
Your
again, this is not. This is again. It's bullshit. This is bullshit that you're trying to field in order to get away from the fact that your argument is shit.
And you're not mad.
It doesn't matter if I'm mad or not.
You mad.
You're right, I'm pissed.
Yeah, you are.
Well, okay, now you confirmed it.
So? So what? I'm mad.
What difference does it... Yeah,
exactly.
Actually,
what difference does it make if I'm mad or not? That's the point.
All right, then what difference does it make if Beard's mad? What's the
What difference does it make I do things that he finds unacceptable when
I see that's the thing, too, is I don't find anything you do unacceptable. I just like pointing out the inconsistencies in your logic because it makes
What inconsistencies?
Everyone I've pointed out along the way.
You haven't pointed out a single inconsistency.
You think that.
I know that because you weren't able to cite an example when I pointed that out.
Well, how about painting yourself in the corner with the Allison Rapp thing?
It's not painting myself in the corner. I own that I can be fired from whatever.
Happens?
Here's the thing. I own that I can face whatever consequences that
No. Here, other people are going to pick up the price for that are your fellow activists. If something happens to Allison Rapp, like losing her job, you guys are fucked. You will
and that's the same thing, and that's consistent.
You will never.
That is consistent with the same standards I've been applying.
Ever be able to wave the freedom of speech flag. You've closed yourself out from that
not
forever.
True.
Yes, it is.
Okay, here's the problem.
Yes, it is. That will be That will be used. And it has nothing to do with argument.
The problem with your argument.
No,
we're talking with your argument is that you're saying that Allison Rapp is entitled to her speech, but other people looking in are not entitled to their speech.
I will try to tell you that it doesn't fucking matter even if you are right. If all people are going to see, all people are going to see is the bloody corpse of Allison Rapp and the blood on your fellow activists' hands, and they're going to pay the price for it. And whenever they start, and somebody down the line,
here's the thing.
Who's I
can see the point. I can see your point. I'm not disagreeing with this point. I can see the point. If any of my fellow activists are advocating for shit like pedophilia and advocating for things along those lines, not done yet. No, I'm not done.
No, John.
If other people are doing that, then yes, they can be fired. Let them be fired.
John, you're not even going to get fired. You're just not going to get hired.
And we're not talking about you getting a job. We're talking about your political gaggle, however you want to form it. You know, you have somewhat of an identity on the scene. And
Is it about me or is it about others?
No, look, this is about
I represent
perception.
myself. I represent myself.
Unfortunately, you don't. You throw around the word Gamergate this and SJWs that and everything. You've identified yourself.
So
with other people.
I'm not arguing what a Gamergate is. It's mostly
okay. No, it doesn't matter. We're talking about perception.
All right, perception then.
Okay.
Just like
so if you actually succeed in getting Allison Rapp fired, onlookers are going to see the bloody corpse, and they're going to see the dagger in your collective hands. So the next time one of those situations, like who was the kid who got chased after for the punching Anita game?
Oh, I forget his name, but that's actually the funny thing is that's what caused the entire issue with that fucking guy that got kicked off the internet for 3 years.
Right, but no, that was. Oh, that's right. You're right. You are correct. But
no, he was taking up for him.
Yeah, but he was sticking up for the kid, and they were fucking with him, and they were actually calling up. They found out what his career path was because I believe he was in school. Kind of doing what you're trying to do with Allison Rapp. You're trying to poison her personal wealth. Look, listen to me. It's about perception. The next time one of those situations comes up and you're there to, oh, those goddamn SJWs are at it again, trying to go after some kid's job or his career or whatever, you're going to look like a bunch of fucking idiots.
Not if...
Because they're going to point to fucking that albatross around your neck by the name of Allison Rapp. Do you see what I mean?
That depends on the scenario, what they're going after them to be fired for, though. You do realize there's nuance to what you're talking about. It's not just a. It's not just black and white as you're making out.
Public perception.
In the court of public opinion, there is no nuance.
No.
Buddy. And whenever you base your battles in the court of public opinion, you die by the sword you fucking wield, buddy.
Yep.
If that was the case, then so many opportunists that have made a buck off of Gamergate would not be where they are now. Let's just be honest.
I don't know about them. That doesn't matter.
Well,
it has nothing to do with the scenario I painted out for you. That's the future.
That's a counterexample to this principle that you're.
Now, lucky for you. Lucky for you.
John, nothing is so black and white. That's another thing I was saying before.
That's exactly what I was saying about his point. That if Allison Rapp gets fired, that everyone else who's demanded to be fired will also get fired. It's a bullshit argument because
no, it's not that. He wasn't even saying that, John.
No, he wasn't saying that.
He's saying your actions and all of this will haunt you. Because that will be an albatross around your neck.
It won't be an albatross to my neck because I own whatever consequences happen, and I'm not.
That's the albatross around your neck.
You're not the only one. You're not the only one on the team. You're not a single person.
All right. Let's go with that. I'm not a single person. Do you know who else has advocated Allison Rapp be fired?
Johnny
off
Fox.
The top of Johnny Fox.
Someone who's important. I'm not talking about any Gamergate e-celebs here.
Oh, you're talking about...
You mean outside of the internet?
Wayne Foundation.
The Wayne Foundation. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that pretty much...
Wait a minute, I thought they not recanted, that's not the word. I thought they weren't pursuing anything.
Nope, they contacted her and told her about her shenanigans and advocated she be fired.
I'd like confirmation on that information.
No, that is.
Is that a fact? Okay.
Yeah, that is a fact.
So you got a second. I'll accept.
But here's the thing, though, and John, that was because of you. That was because of you. If you never would have made that article, the Wayne Foundation, which is a great foundation that does a lot of great work, would have never got tied up in this bullshit. And so, if they end up going under, an organization that does a load of good, you are the one responsible for that organization going under. You are the direct catalyst that led to that organization going under.
They're responsible for whatever actions they themselves take, and whatever actions they take and whatever consequences result from those actions are them, not me.
You are the catalyst.
You cannot just isolate.
And it doesn't matter. The thing is, when they look into it, if that organization does go under, people are going to look into it and say, what the fuck, where did this come from? When they find the one fucking article that was going ape shit about it that started
and let them complain that someone who's advocating for pedophiles is getting fired.
That doesn't matter.
No, that actually, if we're going to talk about public perception,
no, you think it's
pedophiles
going to matter.
Are the lowest rung.
No.
Someone defending pedophiles is right above them.
Tried to use the word pedophile as a boogeyman to harem scare
So
people.
pedophiles aren't a
and
problem?
that's gonna come back on you too.
But we're talking about public perception.
Isn't that another complaint? Isn't that another complaint against SJWs by downgrading words?
It doesn't matter if we're talking about public perception.
Racism,
If we're talking about public perception,
sexism, or downgrading what rape is. You're downgrading what pedophilia is.
no, I'm not.
Yeah, you
I never
are.
called Rap a pedophile. I called her a pedophile advocate because that's
It
what she's
doesn't matter.
That's not an advocate. She's not telling people you should go out and fuck children.
Now it's a semantical argument as opposed to a substantive one. You know what my point is with this.
First of all, it's semantic. It's not semantical.
Yeah,
Okay,
semantical is not a word. Jesus Christ.
Sorry, I'm a little bit of a word.
That's a little
Nazi,
anal, but yeah, okay, fair play.
That's me. That's
It's
my
not
thing.
very
I'm sorry.
scientific,
I apologize.
Yeah.
But fucking look, man, you started the entire Allison Rap thing, and that ended up pulling in a very, very great organization into it, because that's what they do. That's what they fight against. And the problem is the accusations you leveled aren't based entirely in reality. A lot of that is very opinionated. A lot of that is posturing. A lot of posturing.
No, it's not. It's factual.
Yes,
actually, it is. It's very much so.
It is heavily posturing, whether you want to admit to it or not, whether you realize it or not. It is absolutely posturing. And the problem with that is you worded it in a convincing manner, and you did it, and you wrote I wouldn't say a decent article, because like the substance of the article is kind of bullshit, but you wrote it.
The substance of the article is not bullshit. There's not a single line in that article. There's not anything that's wrong. I didn't do anything wrong. You're trying to shame me into what I did. You're trying to shame my speech and what I write.
Oh, that was a Freudian slip. You called it a speech, not an article. Interesting. Very interesting. Very telling.
My article is speech.
You called it speech, not your article. I find that very interesting.
What's the difference?
But John, my entire point in this, though, is the fact that that is the direct catalyst that led that organization into it. So if they do suffer negative consequences, you absolutely, maybe not 100%, but you absolutely do.
That's a collectivist argument. That's a collectivist argument by saying that.
I don't care about your fallacies, John.
But
regardless, it will weigh on your conscience. Just think about it this way, and say 4 years from now, if that organization is now no longer active, think about the girls that are now in human trafficking that could have been helped, that no longer are, because you had.
And I'll think about all the pedophiles that are more stringently looked at.
Oh yes, because
Allison all those poor girls will not be.
That is the fucking analogy there ever. No.
Rap gets fired, the Wayne Foundation crumbles. Are you kidding me? That's fucking bullshit.
No. If it happens, I'm saying if it happens. But there's more of a chance. There's more of a chance of that happening than anything Allison Rap ever did, loosening anything on pedophiles, and you know that for a fact.
No, that's not the case, because we both know SJWs like to move the overtime window.
Okay, and the fact that
I'm sorry, could you repeat?
SJWs
did what?
They moved the window.
Okay,
you said it yourself. You admitted to it earlier. SJWs love to love to move the overtime window.
I didn't admit it. I was stating it as a thing that's a common complaint of SJWs.
No, you and Birmo both said that that's what they do.
What?
I remember what I said. I said, is it not a complaint leveled commonly at SJWs to overuse words such as racism, sexism, or rape to the point of meaninglessness?
It's not.
It was in reference to your use of the word pedophilia as a scare word.
Yep.
That's what I said.
Word. It's not scaremongering.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're beating people over the head with it like a mallet.
And you're not even using the correct term. It's child rapist, not pedophile.
And actually, that's a point. Pedophilia is a mental condition.
Right.
If they offend, then yes, they are child rapists.
Pederast.
No, it's not semantics.
No, pederasty is actually a very specific thing, and
It's a semantical argument. You're trying to muddy the water.
No, it's not at all. You are the one making semantical
No,
arguments.
this is a semantical argument because you're saying I'm using words wrong. How is that?
Okay.
Yes, you are. You're using
this is a semantical argument in the case that saying homosexual is like rape.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No,
because pedophilia, all pedophilia is the mental attraction to children. They get sexual arousal from looking at children. That's all it is.
It's actually listed under the compulsive disorders, just like kleptomania, pyromania.
And don't you think that's an issue when they're basically saying that pedophilia is on the same level with these other disorders?
So hold on. You have a problem with someone thinking and feeling a certain way?
That's not.
Yes, I actually do have a problem with someone feeling a certain way.
You do know that there are pedophiles who recognize their illness and seek help to correct it, so
if they're seeking help and seeking treatment and not trying to make excuses for it, like the virtuous pedophile scum, or the SJWs going about saying that,
actually, you should probably use
this is you conflating the bad with the ones who are self-aware and don't act on it. This is what I'm saying. This is the problem. Alison Rapp was never saying that rapists should be allowed to rape.
She was advocating for lower ages of consent.
There's lower ages of consent fucking everywhere, dude. In this state here, we can.
It should not.
And actually,
that's a morality issue. That really is.
And actually,
not only that, but if the age of consent was lowered, it would no longer be considered rape by those laws.
Yeah.
Well, by definition.
Again, that's right. It's you're basically making the substantive argument and trying to.
Well, why don't you argue the argument instead of calling her a pedo apologist?
Because you're making it. Because that's exactly what it is. You don't want to admit it.
Take her on the field of ideas and tell her why her argument's stupid and wrong and shouldn't be taken into consideration. I also don't think that state legislatures across the country are on fire with Alison Rapp's position. I don't really see them changing their position. Do you?
Because influence happens slow. It becomes with ripples, and then it transcends.
Oh, geez, here we go. Yeah, the slippery slope argument. Okay.
It doesn't matter if it's a slippery slope argument. You can claim it.
No, it doesn't matter if I use fallacies. I'll call it out every time.
No, but you think that. But you think that people should be punished for merely having the opinion.
I didn't say it was for opinions. It's for advocacy, which is an action.
You're saying advocacies aren't based on opinion?
Beardmo already addressed this. Advocacy is not an action.
Archon, you were arguing exactly my points on stream with Andrew just a few weeks back.
Which ones?
The ones that she should be fired.
No, if you remember correctly, I said that if I was the manager, I probably would have fired her, but I do not agree with people writing in to have her fired. I remember.
So you're against people exercising their speech to get someone fired?
At the time, yes, and I've since changed my.
Not for freedom of speech.
And I've since changed my mind on that too.
Well, then that just goes to show the inconsistency of your standards because you're able to.
No, John, that shows that he's a fucking human. That's actually, like, really changing your mind on a subject is bad now. Are you serious?
Yeah.
That is the stupidest. Like, now I'm actually. No, hold on. If you want to see, I am actually irritated now. You have actually finally irritated me tonight because you said the most stupid thing I've ever heard you say. So wait, it is wrong for somebody to change their opinion when presented new evidence. Yet you yourself shut the fuck up. You yourself just about 2 or 3 hours ago said
it was presented a rhetorical argument.
But now bullshit doesn't matter, John.
No, it does matter.
You yourself just a couple of hours ago said that if you were presented with evidence, you will change your mind. He was presented with evidence that made him change his mind. What makes that a bad fucking thing?
What evidence? Huh? What new evidence came to light?
What evidence came to light that made you change your mind?
Actually, the discussion we had tonight with what you were saying, Beardmo, because when you actually look at it, just because she has the company on her account does not make her an actual representative of the company, regardless of what she does on there. Because, yeah, she did talk about how she that's for Nintendo and shit on there, but that she was never actively saying, you know, come to my event at Nintendo, blah blah blah, pay for this.
But she was handling.
This is why you're mad, John, is because he disagrees with your point now and agrees with me. Therefore, he is wrong.
Used rhetoric to basically try to redefine words and try to strawman my position.
Wow, whatever the influence, you do the same thing. You use rhetoric and scare words and tactics to change people's minds.
And here's the thing: I used cold logic and calm reasoning.
No, you didn't.
Did I?
Yeah, that's actually, you did.
No, he didn't. Because every time I point out a logical fallacy, he complained that I pointed out a logical fallacy.
I didn't complain. I just told you to shove it up your ass because it's not a debate. It's a conversation.
Yeah. Oh, so now it's a conversation, but before you were saying use cold, hard logic and reason when basically flaws in your reasoning were pointed out and you'd arbitrarily dismiss them.
Why can't you use cold, hard logic in a informal conversation?
Because then it's not cold, hard reasoning.
Yes, it is. Son, you have got so much to learn.
Every time you get something, I just keep on
So
going.
wait a minute, hold on. So you got two mechanics. So you got two mechanics discussing the headspace on timing on a 1968 Chevrolet, and they're using cold hard facts. This is how you do it, and the other guy's kind of off a bit, and the other guy corrective.
Hard facts.
No. But they're having a casual conversation. They're not sitting behind lecterns at the Oxford Union.
You can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't say that you're being cold hard.
John, I can have
that aphorism. That aphorism doesn't apply because you can have your cake and eat it too. I can sit across the table from somebody while we're having our coffee, and
for Christ's sakes, if I wanted to, I can have my cake and eat yours.
Yeah,
coffee cake.
Which is, again, another rhetorical trick.
But John, you get mad because somebody changes their opinion on something mere hours after you say that you will gladly change your opinion on stuff.
But we've already established that people getting mad over things is an issue. The point is
not an issue,
not how they feel.
It seems to be an issue for you, though. Although Beardmo is so mad. Beardmo is so mad. Look at how mad Beardmo is. Look at this. Oh, he's so mad.
When you said you were mad, I didn't point that out.
Well, no, because it was a nice little victory for you for a moment.
Not really.
I was doing it. But no, that legitimately did piss me off because you yourself, once again, going against your own fucking logic, and in the most stupid fucking way possible. Oh, you've reached a more informed decision.
You're also trying to say that I hold principles that you hold that I don't hold. Like, your principle is that it's wrong to ever try to get someone fired. That is not my standard.
No, that is not what I said. Okay. Once again, you're misconstruing my points.
You don't have a point. You're basically saying that.
No, I have a point that you're just too idiotic to notice.
No, I did notice your point. You specifically.
Oh, what? You noticed my point that I don't have.
So then, when is it acceptable? When is it? Who are you to determine when it's acceptable for someone to advocate someone be fired and not be fired? Who are you to say that?
I am perfectly the person to say whether I should advocate for somebody to be fired.
Mm-hmm. And I am perfectly the person who is perfectly able to say when I can advocate.
Exactly.
And you're more than willing to say you're wrong on that, too. And you're more than willing to say we're wrong on that.
Yeah. And here's the thing. My argument as to why I think it would be wrong for someone to do it ended up convincing him to join my side of the argument.
So you're better at rhetoric. Congratulations. That's not cold, hard reasoning, though.
No, I think some other aspects to what we're talking about here were brought onto the table.
You can
except you couldn't get around them. Or
it doesn't matter because
yeah,
when you try to say my argument is wrong because I didn't use the correct words even though everything else is true, it doesn't work.
You sound salty, John.
Yeah, a little salty there.
All these flavors and you chose to be salty.
Well, that's fine, but don't ever tell me use cold hard reasoning again.
Oh, I'll use cold hard reasoning. I'll cold hard reasoning all over your chest and back, buddy.
Hey, hold on, Beardmo. Are you gonna cold hard reason him in the butt?
Oh God, Beardmo's gonna give you he's gonna give you a Cleveland steamer of logic, man.
Here, you're just basically laughing and saying that you won the argument, dancing around the fact that you couldn't.
You won the argument like 2 hours ago, dude. I don't know what you're talking about.
Again, he won based on rhetoric, so it's not cold hard reasoning. It's not a logical argument he's making. It's a rhetorical one.
You can say that however you like.
Wait a minute. Define rhetoric for me, please. Do you even know what it is?
It's the use of words and the art of convincing people.
The use of words. Oh my God, John.
And there you go. And there it is. There it is. More buffoonery instead of making logical points.
Because it's fucking hilarious.
Exactly. There is no reasoning here. It's just a matter of trying to have a cheap laugh.
This whole time he's been nothing but fucking calm and reasonable with you, but now that he's laughing, you're like, oh God, why? Where's the logic? Oh.
And then again, and then again, it's the same double standard because when I do that back to him, he bitches about it.
When?
No, he just comments on it. He doesn't bitch. He comments on it.
That is.
You're the one bitching.
You're the one
bitching. Is bitching about it.
No.
You can keep saying he is, but it doesn't make it so.
Again, it's rhetoric. This is what a rhetorician does, and that's what someone who's very experienced in politics would be able to feel.
Is rhetorician on your resume, John?
If you don't understand what words mean,
it would be the biggest waste of his time to even bother putting one together.
and that's exactly what I'm talking about. It's just memes, so there's no point in further.
That's not a meme. That's called a fucking ad hominem. I thought
you were witty with thoughts.
It's not witty. It's just stupid.
You don't think it's witty, but it is.
Hey, you don't think it's witty, but yeah, it was.
You know, comedy, just like your ethics, are subjective.
Yep. And here's the thing: I'm much better at comedy than you. Far better.
Does that make you correct?
Oh, no, but I never espoused
to be
nothing
that you said that makes you correct. Put your argument in a sentence. One sentence as to why I'm wrong. Go for it.
Because you're a fucking idiot.
Thank you. I just made my point.
I just gotta laugh.
And there you go. That's why Archon is an idiot for subscribing to you.
I don't subscribe to him. He just happened to be the one that provided the argument that made me change my mind.
Okay, Archon. Put the point in the sentence.
Hold on. I don't know if you know how like opinions and shit are formed, but it wasn't merely beardmosexual that caused me to change my mind. It was a mixture of things. He just happened to be the final straw that broke the camel's back. I've actually had conversations multiple times with Andrzejal and a bunch of other people on this.
Well, that's some brilliant backpedaling you have there. It's good to know that you have...
Oh my God, John. God damn it, sorry.
So the fact that you attribute, Beardmo being the straw that broke the camel's back as like, oh, you're on Beardmo's side is just fucking
hilarious. The fact that you get screwed by the fact that I point out that you're only in this for a cheap laugh as opposed to actually analyze the situation and assessing what the facts are is on you.
You couldn't shake a stick at me, so you changed targets to somebody you think is weaker. How sad, John.
What's the point?
What's the point? What is the point of you even trying to keep up with me?
You can't admit when you're wrong, John.
This has been a wonderful birthday. Wonderful birthday.
Yeah, and I'm glad
I was glad I could be part of it.
And I'm glad you're enjoying yourself, but I wonder why I don't want to be around your little clique. It's like this all the time. It's like you can't.
I can't help it that you can't handle the banter.
It doesn't matter that I can't handle the banter or not.
Oh, it does. That's the reason that it does matter, because that's why you don't want to be around.
On the basis of your ability to joke as opposed to the real reason. That is the problem, and you're claiming both at the same time, and it's disgusting.
Oh, here we go.
It's disgusting, but I hate using rhetoric. Right?
It is
professional rhetorician.
This is. It's like.
You sound mad.
Do you know what a progressive's favorite tactic is?
Flustered.
Look up. It's. Oh.
You know what a desperate man's favorite tactic is?
Well, I'm not admitting I'm wrong because I don't view the world.
Exactly. You can't admit when you're wrong, John.
You never.
Because I'm not wrong.
Yeah, never.
Exactly.
Never.
You can't admit when you're wrong either.
Never wrong. That is just impossible. That is infectual. It's not
Batman, fuck that soundboard.
John, you are my birthday cake. It's just too sad I can't apply frosting.
So Beardmo is having his.
Go ahead. Fine. You go ahead and keep believing that when you're fucking a man.
That's fine. Yeah, I'm fucking a man. And I love how mad you get that you have to sink to such a level.
And I love how mad you get getting.
What?
I love how mad you admitted to getting a minute before because I didn't like that someone had the wrong opinion.
Oh, now he had the wrong opinion?
Wrong thing, wrong thing, flirt.
Wrong thing, yeah. Wow.
Wrong thing. Punish.
There's no such thing as a wrong opinion, John.
Yes, there are.
No.
If you think that's acceptable
for
the age of consent to be, if you think it's acceptable for the age of consent to be lowered, you are
wait a minute. Wait a minute.
So wait.
Wait a minute. Are you making an objective morality argument?
So about 20 states are horrible and wrong, right?
You know what? I'll admit.
You've backed yourself into a corner and you have no argument that'll pull you out. Yeah.
Yeah. Here, let's take this another direction, John. Hold on. Let's take this a different direction.
Shut up! Just shut up! Just let me talk!
No, fuck you. I'm not gonna let you talk. You think you fucking own us?
Yeah, really.
I'm
seriously.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All
No,
right?
stop
I
fucking
apologize. I apologize, alright?
No, fuck you, I don't... No, there's no stopping.
Stop, please.
No.
I beg you, I apologize. I apologize. I can't take it. I really can't. It's like this every day.
Then go. Bye-bye
I'm not
now.
going. I'm not leaving. I just want you to just stop, please. I'm begging you.
Ain't gonna happen. And John, you're really bad at faking.
I'm not faking. Please.
Oh well. Well then if you're not faking, maybe you should take your little pussy ass to bed.
Oh, fuck!
Because if this is enough to make you just fucking lose your shit, I have been nothing but civil. You've been the one throwing all the right jabs, talking about how I'm fucking a man that just pretends to be a woman, purposefully trying to get under my skin. You've been the one that's tried every underhanded tactic fucking possible to try to one-up me, when you aren't worth the fucking salt, buddy.
And
you don't shake a
one
stick
that's saying that you're the one trying to troll Beard now.
And the thing is, you're not half the man I am. You never will be.
What
You'll never amount to a damn thing.
Why do you keep on... Why?
Because it's hilarious. This is great.
Then what can I do to change that? What can I do to change that then? Just please, level with me. Just
stop being a piece of shit.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, alright? I just...
No, there's no apologizing needed. Just stop being a piece of shit.
Then how do I do that? Just tell me, please.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe fucking listen to every person that tells you you're an idiot and ask them why they think that and actually take that into consideration.
I do take that into consideration.
No, you don't, because you don't fucking change.
I really do.
John.
No, you don't understand, please. It's like...
Obviously, we've had a breakthrough here. Maybe you should go to bed, ruminate, and think about your life.
I'm not leaving. I'm not doing that. Just please tell me what I can do to be better.
To be better? Oh, I don't know. Maybe take a page from fucking Archon's book here. Learn to listen to arguments instead of trying to pick them apart. Stop interrupting people at every fucking step. Stop trying to make your point the only point that can be said at any point.
Alright.
Maybe try to be a fucking human being. Maybe stop being such a little pathetic piece of shit, trash, little punk bitch-ass boy. Maybe learn to be a man. Step out and get a real fucking job.
Okay.
Try to do something with your fucking life.
Fine. Just I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I really am. I just...
If you need... Look, no, you're not sorry. But you are sorry.
Just please stop it.
Please stop what, John?
Please.
Telling you the truth? Please stop treating you like a fucking adult.
I admit I'm horrible. I'm horrible, right? I admit I'm horrible. I do horrible things all the time. I do them because I just want to change things.
You just want attention, John.
I don't want attention.
Yes, you do, John. That's the first... Look, the first part is getting past the denial. You've got to get past the denial. If you want to change yourself and you actually want to get better, you've got to realize you do this for the attention. You do this and you purposefully take people's arguments out of context. You purposefully pick apart shit and try to twist shit in awkward ways so you can get the attention, so you can be the better man, so you can win your little internet debates, John. That's all it is. It's just another notch on the belt.
That's what you do as well. You do the same thing. You just do it this entire time.
No.
You have been. Yes, you have been. Yes, you have.
Really? Really?
Yes,
I thought you said you were going to get better, John. You're not doing very well so far.
Please, can you just drop it?
No. I'll drop it when you leave.
I'm staying. I'm not leaving.
Okay then. Well, I'm not stopping.
I'm not going to leave just because you say so. Please.
Okay, so...
Please stop. Please. I beg you.
I'd actually like to get back to a topic of discussion.
I'd like you to please stop, alright? I don't know what I did to just piss you off this way. I can't.
John, I'm not pissed. Look here.
I know. I'm not saying you're pissed. I'm not saying that. Just stop it. Stop.
You just literally said I was pissed.
I apologize. I'm sorry. I don't know what...
Apologies do jack shit, John. Apologies do nothing.
What am I to learn from this?
Deeds, not words, sir.
What am I to learn from this? Exactly.
I don't know. Maybe delete your fucking account on
I'm not
Twitter.
deleting. I'm not doing that. Please don't tell me to do things I'm not going to do. The one thing I want you to stop.
John, you're asking him what you should do, but you're saying no, I'm not going to do that when he tells you what to do.
No, please stop it. Why do you take pleasure from me? I don't get this.
I don't think he takes pleasure from it.
I don't get why people take pleasure from things like this, right? Right?
No one takes pleasure from this. Well, I don't know.
I'm getting a little bit of pleasure from this, sure. Okay. But I'm still like, there's about a 90% chance he's just trolling at this point. He's a real bad.
Please.
Well, see, here's the thing. You're the little shithead who cried wolf.
I'm not.
You've been so inconsistent. You've been so. No, see, I don't lie. I haven't lied. Oh, I don't stretch the truth. Bullshit, dude. That's all you do. You don't realize it. Maybe you're just that much of a pathological liar that you don't realize that you're lying. That might be the truth. Sure. Maybe you just don't realize it, but everything you do, every fucking talking point you argue, all of it, it's the most misconstrued, twisted. I mean, it's like, it might as well be modern art, John. You're an artist. You create shit. Sadly. I mean, you're like Jackson Pollock, you know, like fucking just garbage, but it's art. Sure.
Fine. Everything I do is shit. Everything I've done for nothing. It's been like.
I mean, what have you done that's good for gamers?
I'm not saying. No, I'm not defending myself. I'm not. Just.
I mean, I just like really you're not
look,
very far off.
Do you want to be honest with you? Do you want me to be seriously honest with you?
Sure.
I really just do need to get some peace in my life.
I can't hear a fucking word you're saying because you're talking like a weak bitch. Speak up. Be a man.
I know I can do better, but it's like, I don't know how.
Well, maybe you should get some fucking responsibility. I've told you this many times. How many times have I told you maybe you should lay off the Twitter and get a fucking job? And now you've got to the point where you might have fucked that possibility for yourself. Because why? Because you refuse to have responsibility.
You already went over this point already.
Yeah.
You have to continue to keep on going over it.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna hammer it in.
Because okay, I get it. All right, I get it. Really
you gonna go fill out applications? You gonna go get a fucking job? I don't care if it's McDonald's, something. Get a fucking job, dude.
I can't believe
do something with your fucking life. You want to learn how to get better? Get some fucking responsibility. Stop being a little pathetic piece of shit that does nothing but sit on his computer all day and argue. I sit on the computer and argue, but guess what? I fucking work. I have the right to. Not saying you don't have a right to when you don't work, but I'll say that I'm a little more warranted to. Sure, that's an opinion. Fine. Maybe it's a wrong opinion, as you like to think they are wrong opinions for some reason. You're not responsible, John, and you refuse to take responsibility.
Say something that is genuinely sincere for a second, just please.
No, all of this has been completely sincere.
No, what I mean is, please just like.
What you mean when you say sincere is you want him to say something kind, but that's not what you need right now. You don't need sweet words. You don't need the silver lining.
If you want something nice, sure, I'll give you something nice. You have the capacity, and you have the ability to actually make something with yourself. If you would apply yourself and actually do something, but that's going to take you actually stepping up, being a man, and having some responsibility, which is something I don't know if you're capable of. Here's your chance to prove me wrong.
May I ask a question?
Go ahead. I'm done.
All right. Are you in school right now?
No, I'm not.
Get your ass into school. I don't care what you take. Don't matter.
Actually, no. I'll give you one more thing. No, don't even finish that sentence, John. You want an actual good piece of advice? Stop fucking making excuses.
Yeah, that's true.
Stop fucking making excuses. There are no excuses. There's action. And there's do or do not. There is no fucking try.
Okay, Yoda.
Fucking Yoda, yeah, I know. But that's a great quote. It's do or do not. There is no try. You fucking do it. You buckle down, you do shit. Nobody likes their fucking... Well, people do like their jobs, but most people don't like their fucking jobs. Most people don't like working. They don't like having to be responsible. It's nice and cushy to be able to sit on your ass and fucking not do a damn thing except for fucking be an asshole on the internet. It's nice, huh? Except some of us actually have to support ourselves. We're not lucky enough to be supported. So how about this? Maybe whoever's supporting you, whether it's the government or the fucking family, I don't know. I don't care. I don't care to know. But whoever's supporting you won't think so lowly of you, or you won't be such a burden on them if you're actually able to take care of yourself for once. You're old enough to do it. I've been doing it since I was fucking 16.
Yep.
Be a fucking man. Stop being such a fucking petulant child.
Are you like next to the ocean or something right now, Beardmo?
No, it's somebody else's mic that's open. I think it's Archon, actually.
No, I think it's Beach.
Oh,
That
okay.
might be. Hang on.
Yeah, because I got nothing going on.
Sounds like you're fucking going through a laundromat or something.
Yeah, it's not me.
No, he's got his fucking air conditioning on.
No, I don't.
That might be it.
Well,
No. You might be hearing my ceiling fan regardless, but no, I'm serious, dude. No,
Okay.
no fucking excuses. I'm not going to be nice to you. That was the only nice thing I was going to say. You have the capacity.
I did have a fan on. Is it gone now? Because
You're a smart guy.
No, it's still
Yeah,
there.
it was.
I'm not a smart guy. Stop saying I'm a smart
No,
guy.
John.
If I was smart, I wouldn't break down
John,
like this.
you're such a fucking weak bitch, but you're smart. Your fucking your cognitive capacity has little to do with your fucking emotional state. Jesus fucking Christ.
Then why do you keep on exploiting it? Why?
What,
Why
your
are you
emotional
trying to-
state?
Why do you find it funny?
I find it funny, John, because
It's like I can't. It's just. I don't.
do you want to legitimately know why I pick on you?
Because it's funny.
No. Do you want to know why I pick on you? Do you want to know the actual fucking truth?
Fine, say it. It's gonna be. Say
Because
it.
you're me at 20. I was just like you when I was 20. I was opinionated, weak, an asshole, just fucked with people and fucking took their shit out of fucking context and did everything I could. I had no responsibility. I couldn't keep a fucking job. I was a deadbeat. I was useless and nobody fucking liked me. I had a few friends, sure. But those people were just like me. Nobody fucking liked us. Nobody spent a fucking iota of fucking shit of a care towards us. You know what I did? I buckled down. I got my fucking life together. I'm still an asshole, sure. But I'm a responsible asshole with a little wisdom behind me and a little life.
I'm sorry I broke down like this. I really am. I
What the
don't
fuck, man? Just get over it. I don't care. Stop apologizing.
Yeah, honestly, dude. At this point, there's really no point of apologizing. And like, you look at how you buckled down and how you did things and how strong you were and how like much time and effort you put into it.
It's just
apply it fucking somewhere.
Apply that. No, that's what I'm saying. You have the capacity. If you would take an iota of the amount of effort and fucking bullshit you put in to all the shit you do on Twitter and all the shit you do in your little fucking streams, you could do legitimate great things. With the amount of drive and passion that you have the ability to do fucking pretty much anything you want to that you put your mind to. And this ain't some stupid high school fucking counselor bullshit telling you. You have more drive and passion than most people I know. Period. That's why it's fun to fuck with you, because it's the most
directed.
Yeah, because it's the thing that's so easy with you, and the reason I'm so easily able to just fucking turn your world upside down is because with all that drive and passion, but with no responsibility, you don't know how to control it. So anybody can turn that in any direction. I can steer your rudders like you're a motherfucking sailing boat, dude. I've walked all over you tonight.
yes,
It's
you
not
did.
hard. It's not hard.
It took you several hours, though. I'm gonna hold that to you, though.
No, I've been walking
Same.
all over you. This is the several hours of walking all over you, culminating into this point. Sure, I wasn't trying to make you bust out and fucking bawling like a bitch.
Yeah,
You
you
did
got
that,
me on that
dude.
one. I'm not gonna sugarcoat that.
Just maybe
It,
stop making excuses. Just be fucking responsible, man.
you know,
Like, it's
can
what I had to
tell you
do.
Something else that's been bugging me that doesn't really have to do with this.
What?
I'm getting like, there was a legit reason they brought the JJ stuff, right? It's like it wasn't rhetorical. It's just I don't want to fucking deal with it. But it's like I'm being pushed by other people just deal with it, and I don't want to fucking deal with it. It's like I don't like SJWs. I don't.
Tell them
it's
fucking
well,
no.
Stop. Okay, here, John. Stop doing shit for other people and just do things that you want to do. Once you start doing that, I think you'll find that it's a lot easier to deal with yourself.
And stop trying to be some voice. That's the thing. That's where, like, you are all the fucking time, effort, and fucking passion you put into trying to be this voice, which always ends up landing you in this hot seat of drama every time. Every time. And it's because you pick poor fucking targets. You're not smart about it. Not saying you're not smart. You're just not smart about how you go about doing the fucking weird Twitter shit you do. But if you took all that drive and energy and you put it towards, like, just work, like legitimate, and work you would enjoy. There's plenty of work out there you would actually enjoy doing that you could put
do the education thing first.
Yeah, if you get an education first.
You have the means. You obviously, I don't know what your means of supporting yourself right now. You got that free time.
Not important. What's important is, yeah, you're right.
No, what's important is you have an opportunity. Use it instead of jacking off on the internet. Go. In fact, just Monday morning, go to your local JC and sign up for one class. There you go, an easy task.
Yeah,
whatever
honestly,
it may be.
Think of this way, John. You can procrastinate.
You know what? You're a halfway decent writer.
No, yeah, you've got talent in writing. You absolutely do.
So why don't you take some kind of writing course and ace it? Build a little confidence. Take a course that's convenient for you. Take a lazy afternoon class and just take your 101 class. You should be able to. You're a high school graduate, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you basically all you got to do is sign up. You can probably get financial aid for it. You can figure that out. It's not that expensive if you're only taking one course. Do that. Set a small step.
No, you wouldn't even have to. If you have a high school diploma and you're only going for one class, depending on what it is and how expensive, you could probably just get a Pell Grant and it would be paid for by the government. You have to take out a single fucking loan.
Yep, just
or another thing,
class.
If you really want to better yourself,
do that thing.
If you really want to better yourself and get free education, join the military. It'll suck, and it'll be the best and worst thing you've ever done in your life. Period. Hands down. I hated being a soldier, but I tell you right now, it was still the best choice I ever made.
Yeah.
Because military is what turned me from you into the man I am now.
Yeah.
And I ain't joking when I say that. That's the main reason.
Yeah, you don't have to be a front.
That's why it's so fun to fuck with you, because I see myself in you.
Well, dude, I mean, there's like many outlets. It's not like you have to be like Beardmo's example.
Yeah, you don't have to be a dog face.
Yeah, you can hell even join the chair force. Fuck, dude, the fucking. You can join it. Like they have I don't know exactly. I know a couple people that are in it. They do some form of career work while they're in there, and it's like, and you sound like you're intelligent. So I mean, you could probably be able to pass the was it ASAP or AFAP or what is it called?
ASFAB.
ASFAB.
Yeah, you can pass.
Yeah, actually,
ASFAB test you can take it free.
You can take it for free.
With 100%, actually. It's easy. It's easy as shit.
I got like 94, and I chose to be a Cat Scout.
Yeah.
But
it's basic reading comprehension, fucking some form, like, what is it, some algebra or?
Nah, very little algebra. It's more geometry.
Yeah, and it's like.
Spatial reasoning.
And like I said, and you get to go, and you get to travel, fool. You can go travel, fucking, like, one of my friends went to Japan, fucking went to fucking, Turkey's not all that great, but.
Go to interesting places and kill
them. Yeah, fuck it, dude. And yeah, you have to serve under somebody for like 4 to 6 years.
It'll suck.
Fuck, yeah, that'll suck, but I mean.
The reason I say you should join the military, John, is because I know how bad I was when I was like you, and I know how much I wanted to change but never had the actual balls to step up and do it, and how I was kind of forced into the situation having to join the military. But the military, it's one of those things to where you won't have a choice. You'll have to man up. You'll be forced to. And
yeah,
while that may sound like a really terrible thing,
but then there's like
it'd be the best
I know
thing.
somebody that refuse to change.
Yeah, but
no, you'll still change.
But let's start with the baby step.
I know one person that hasn't. I'll say that.
Yeah.
I'm being anecdotal, but I know one guy that fucking refuses.
I don't know. Is he even there? Is he even listening?
No, I'm still here. If I was to leave, I would just leave.
All right. Yeah, that's a big step. Now take a little research. You can take the ASVAB for free, and it's actually a good way to like gauge where you want to go. Who knows?
I don't take the ASVAB. Just go into any recruit station.
Yeah.
Here. Let me jump in real quick. John, if you get on your Skype, I sent you a PM with the link to the FAFSA website. So if you do decide that you want to go to college, that's what you can fill out to possibly get federal aid.
Yeah, I just
do that one thing. At least go fill out the paperwork. Go look at the catalog. Go to the local JC.
Right. Because once you start taking the motions, you might actually find yourself really interested in actually going back to school and getting a job and all that stuff.
Yeah, fucking bang a hooker while you're at it.
Think of it this way. You can continue down the path you're on. You can keep, and this is what the original argument that made me fall out of fucking favor with you. And yes, John, we were friends. And even now, I still feel friendly towards you. I just think you're fun to fuck with because you've made it so blatantly obvious. And like I said, you remind me of myself, which is why I'm a lot harder on you than I am on anyone else, if you've noticed. And the thing is, if you continue down the path you're going on right now, what are you going to amount to? Where are you going to be in 5 years?
I don't see myself accomplishing anything, to be honest with this.
A damn thing.
The only thing,
John. What do you want to do with your life? What do you want to be?
No, I already know he doesn't know. He doesn't know.
Yeah, he doesn't know. That's why we're kind of.
Yeah, that's why
just
you need
go
to
look. You got to walk with your wherever your 2 feet take you. There you are. So.
Yeah, fuck it, man.
Yeah,
you're never gonna know what.
Explore the military option. Think about it. Yeah, because it is a commitment. You don't want to fuck that up.
Well, fuck
so,
it.
But you can. But if you just walk to the local JC, browse through the schedule of classes, find out when you can take the next class at your convenience too. Because night, afternoon, morning, whatever. Just take one class.
Hell, you know what? Let me jump in here because I can actually assist with that a little bit because I actually work in a federal aid station. So I have a little bit of background in this. If you start now, there's a really good chance you'll be able to get in because, I mean, if you're only looking to take in a couple classes, it'd be a fairly light course load. So you'd probably be able to get in for summer classes right now. If you started within the next couple weeks, you could probably get in there to do a couple classes.
Yeah, easily. Well, for a JC, yeah, definitely.
Well,
for a JC.
Yeah, and I might be wrong on that because, not every college is the same, and I don't know if they offer summer courses.
Yeah.
It's pretty likely you would be able to.
Just go look. Look at the goddamn catalog.
Yeah, fuck. Take creative writing or something. Fuck.
Even if you're doing school, you still need to get work as well. And when it comes down to it, like, don't look for a job you want to do. Get a job, any job. And I don't care if you're flipping fucking hamburgers and you're a fry cook. Like, any job. Because here's the thing. 99% of the time, you're not going to like your work. You're not going to enjoy it. But if you're going to be reliant, you need to learn to
have a schedule.
Well, not just that, to schedule, but the ability to say, man, I really fucking hate this, but I have to do it, and hold yourself to it. Because the responsibility is something that you can't go forward in life without.
Nope.
You can't.
Not unless you're a trust fund.
You're right, yeah, exactly. Unless you're fucking loaded, and even then, like, you're still not going to fucking achieve anything in life, and you're going to hate life. That's why you see these trust fund kids that are just like the affluenza assholes that fucking obviously hate. Yeah, Brianna. Yeah. But, like, you're going to have to fucking buckle down and become a man at some point and stop acting like a petulant child.
Well, this took a fucking turn that I did not expect.
No, it's surprising.
Fuck.
But isn't that John? Isn't that an easy one to do? Just walk to your local JC and at least pick up a catalog and look.
Call me if you like, but JC needs to
no. Yeah, and something might catch your eye.
Well, at this point, I mean, like, yeah, you might want to try to be easy, but this is the point you have to jump into the water. Like, you can't just fucking, when it comes to this kind of shit, I feel like.
You know,
but I got thrown into it when I had to support my mom when I was like 16 years old. Yeah, I'm fucking supporting a house and shit when I was like 16. You know, I mean, it's like I feel like the best way to kind of do it, in my opinion, is just to kind of dive into this kind of shit. Not necessarily say make your fucking household so shitty where you have to support them, but like put yourself in an extreme and see if you sink or swim. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Like that's just how I feel because that's how I turned out to be where I'm at. So I mean, fuck it. I mean, whatever. It might different strokes for different folks. I guess I don't know. Fuck it.
Yeah, it's got to be your own temperament. So. I'm hearing a lot of the tough love thing. You should get a job. I'm in agreement with Beardy on that.
I'm about to see two cats fight right now, and I'm kind of excited. I'm fucking hammered as fuck right now, and I'm fucking about to watch two cats just fucking fight it out right now. It's pretty awesome.
John, let me just tell you this. If you continue down the path you're on, I'm not going to stop, and I'm only going to get worse.
Yeah.
I promise you that. I will buckle the fuck down and you will rue the day that you fucking decided to fucking push away my friendship and push me to this. You will turn around and you will better yourself. Or I'll drag you through the mud at every chance I get. I'm sure I'll take you up on those streams and I'll walk the fuck over you every time.
Do me a favor. Like, Verillo's gonna host a stream at like 10:30.
He already started it.
He did?
Yeah, I just saw it on my YouTube thing.
Okay, he'll probably open up to an open house at some point. Just go in there and rip apart his ego because it's the only way he's gonna learn to change his tactics.
No.
Yeah, we're not talking about Verillo.
I don't care about Verillo. I have no fucking and fuck, get him out of your mind. You know what? If you want Verillo to get better, lead by example.
Yeah.
He's already got his life in order, though. No, but he's not like me. He already has his life in order.
Okay, that's fine then. I don't give a shit about Verillo.
Fuck Verillo.
I guess.
Verillo was never a friend of mine.
Not only that, but you could argue that Beryl has already made his decisions as well, and if he's already not willing to change his mind, there's not much we can do that's going to make him either.
But no,
That is like the biggest molehill he made into a mountain.
Yeah,
literally out of fucking nothing. Like he literally made that what she said as a joke into the biggest mountain you can possibly imagine.
And actually, do you want to do something for yourself? You steer clear of that dude because he's just trouble for you.
So I got a friend of mine that wants in actually, so I'm gonna invite somebody in here. But
who's the friend? Can I ask?
It's Simon.
Oh, him? Yeah, he's all right.
Simon's cool. There you go. And I told him I reamed your ass, and now you're actually considering getting a job. So.
Well, honestly, I'm not sure. You're right. I'm not disagreeing with that aspect of it.
You need to just. You need to, man. Like, look, I'm sure I've been dishonest, saying that I do it mostly to fucking laugh, and I do laugh. Don't get me wrong. I do get.
Oh, if you're not laughing, there's something wrong.
Yeah, I do laugh and get enjoyment out of it, but I legitimately, and like I was saying before, the reason I originally started to get in your shit is because I saw the path you were going down, and it's a path that I have stepped down before, maybe not to the severe degree you did, because I had somebody slap the shit out of me when I tried to go that far. Unluckily enough for you, you don't have anybody to slap the shit out of you when you act like an idiot.
Fuck it.
But, like, dude, you've gotta fucking pull your shit together. because you're doing nothing but ruining your own life and making everybody else laugh at you. And if you think it's anything else than everybody laughing at you, you have a few people that agree with you, sure. But the vast, overwhelming majority of people that ever mention you in any way, form, or fashion, it's to laugh at you, John. It's to laugh at how ridiculous you are. And I'm not saying this to hurt you. I'm saying this to motivate you.
You need to look no further than the Sarge trolling streams where he made the
Yeah, and you know who else is probably laughing at you? Verillo.
Oh, no, absolutely. The fucking whole crew that fucking dragged you into that.
Yeah, he's laughing at you.
Like him and Thidrin and all of them. I know those types. I've been a troll for fucking years. I know how it works. But John, when I say you were my friend, you absolutely were. And I say were in a sense. Like, I still feel friendly towards you, John. Can't say we're close. Obviously, because I see myself in you. There's a little bit of that there. But oh, God damn it.
Do a little test. Just say you're not going along. When Verillo is trying to con you into something, just don't go along and see what happens. See if he's really your friend. And he'll stand by you. You're standing by him. Will he stand by you? That's friendship. But if
not only that, but if you get a job and you go back to school, you'll actually have legitimate reasons to not go along with them. And you'll I think once you start taking a back seat and watching this, even if you do watch it, I think you'll start to see where he's going, and I don't think you're going to like it.
Yeah, it's like you put a different perspective on yourself.
Right.
That's exactly what you do. You put a different perspective on things because now you have now you're thinking about like what could happen in a situation. It makes you think a little bit more than just putting the horse blinders on and going full straight out for it. And I'm drunk. Someone else take over, please.
You get an A. You get an A for effort. You get an A for effort. Yeah, I don't know what else. Yeah, to tell you.
I've already said everything.
I think you've been getting sincere advice. Nobody here, hates you.
No,
or wants
it's
to
fine.
See you fail.
No, it's like I can see for myself that the advice you're giving me isn't bullshit. It's because I know it's something. It's just a reality I've been putting away for a while.
You just procrastinate.
It doesn't matter.
I am the master procrastinator. I did the exact same thing for the first half of my fucking life. Actually, the majority of my life so far, I've been a weak bitch. I've only been this man here since I was about 22. So it's been, 9 years now?
Fuck, you're 31.
Yeah, at 31 a day. Yeah.
You sound. Oh, congratulations!
Happy birthday, by the way.
Happy birthday, my brother. I just celebrated my brother's birthday. That's why I'm so fucking hammered right now. He turned 30. And,
you're always hammered, James.
Well, fuck, man. I enjoy the time I get off from whatever I gotta do. But
right.
I am pissed though. I am having a bad day. I ended up taking the bronze trophy home in the beer pong tournament. I wanted the gold, so I was kind of pissed off about that. I mean, but first world problems, and I'm just trying to I just came on here to sober up and fucking sit here and then I'm like,
I keep linking. Sorry, not to interrupt. I keep linking Simon, and the Hangout link is not working for us.
I was having this. Batman was having the same trouble for me getting in here, so it's probably.
Well, actually, this is the first time I've ever actually successfully got on a stream with my. Was he using a phone or a computer?
Computer, but it's just like every time I link him, it just says you're the first one here. How do you invite?
Oh, we were dealing with that bullshit earlier. There's actually a secondary link. Let me see if I can.
Yeah. You know what? Maybe it was the link that he sent me. Yeah, hold on.
Batman's link. Batman sent me a link, and Batman fucking send Birmo a link because that one worked for me. And fucking.
I'll just try. I'll try the t.co link that got sent to me by Rapist here and see if that works.
Yeah. Fuck it. Fucking hell.
But that's all lowercase. Is that gonna work?
Fuck, it works for me. And it never works on my phone. This shit never works. Never fucking worked for my phone before. I've never been able to get on a fucking Hangout. I'm not driving. I'm just charging my phone. Hold on. See, there he is.
Oh, there he is.
Dangerous to go in alone.
I changed this man's life like a month and a half ago. He's a Polish dude. I convinced him to make American-style breakfast sausage and taught him the art of gravy.
What, bacon gravy?
No, sausage gravy.
Consequences will never be the same.
God, you are an old pack.
Look, I'm already putting this shit into everything, okay?
Anyway, I got some thinking to do, and I'm probably going to be away from the internet for a while.
All right.
That's fine.
Do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You got people you can talk to.
Yeah, and if you do decide to go a certain route, just remember I DM'd you on Skype that link to FAFSA.
Yeah, if I don't get to it right away, it's because I generally just don't use Skype, and also because I
just Sean, just one thing. Don't make any commitment. At least go visit the school. At least get the schedule of classes and look at it.
Well, see, that's the great thing is that if you fill out the FAFSA, you can go at your own pace. But because like the process doesn't start until you actually go to talk to the school after you filled out the FAFSA. So if you want, you can fill out the FAFSA. You can put like maybe 5 or 6 colleges that you're thinking about on there. And all that it is it'll just allow them to have access to the application. That's all it was. It's not going to go like, you have a new application, he wants to apply. It's not like that. It's basically, you get your information set up, it's in the database, and then if you need to, you can go on later and edit.
Don't overwhelm. Just get the goddamn catalog. Monday morning, go get the catalog.
Yeah.
Start there. And get the paperwork.
Well, where it needs to start, just go on Pornhub, rub one out, fucking just...
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Fucking...
James, as always, with the sage wisdom.
I was serious about what I was saying earlier, though, John. Is that, like, after you've had this breakdown and you've gotten to this point, and I know that it's possible, I'm not going to give up until you actually do buckle down and actually man the fuck up. I'm not going to. I will come at you at every opportunity when you're an asshat. And I will put you in your fucking place until you decide to man the fuck up and do something with your life. Because you have way too much fucking ability to be sitting there and wasting it on being a shithead on Twitter.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Nobody here will argue otherwise.
No.
Nobody here will say that you don't have ability, that you're not capable of doing something. We all know it, and I think that's the thing that drives most people crazy about you. I think it's why you get most of the shit you do, to be honest, because people see that you obviously have ability. You just spend it in the most asinine and fucking bullshit ways.
Yeah, that's one of the things, because earlier, we were commenting about how stupid you were when you were arguing with Beardmo and stuff. We're not saying you're absolutely stupid. We're saying that you're
unintelligent.
We admit that you're really intelligent and you could do a lot of great shit, but you don't fucking apply it, and you spend your time doing this dumb shit online and just misusing it. And it's just kind of like, what the fuck? Why are you doing this? It's frustrating.
I believe a famous person said one time, with great power comes great responsibility. I don't remember who it was, but he was like a very great man. What? What, Beach?
Nothing.
I'm pretty sure it was a scholar. I think it was like Socrates or something like that. I don't remember. But
alcohol, man.
Uncle Ben! What?
Yep.
Just fucking apply yourself, for Christ's sakes, man. Enough is enough.
Just kick some ass.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's what I'm going to do. Alright, this is the part where I'm just going to leave now because I really need to get on with my day.
John, just go ahead and, have a sleep.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah. Alright.
And look back on our conversations on Skype, actually. Go back and reread some of the things I've told you over the last few months that you thought I was fucking with you on. Go reread them.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sleep well, John.
Have a good day.
John.
Yeah.
Adios.
Well, that was illuminating.
Holy fucking shit.
Yeah. Taken and actually immigrating to go marry, so too bad. I mean, that's the thing, and I am truthful in that. I do, like, I was John Kelly when I was like 20, and 18, fucking just a little shithead, fucking no. I had all the fucking drive and motivation, but I used it for all the wrong reasons. Fucked people over, burnt all my bridges. That's the thing that irritated me more than anything else about John, is the fact that, and like, fucking, of all people, Simon knows. Simon was a friend of Kelly's back. I wouldn't say friend, but he was friendly with him back when we all were. He's part of the group that John's like, I can't stand those guys because they all just fuck with me. And it's like, well, John, we fuck with you because we see you acting like an idiot. Like, when we know you're able to do so much better. That's the thing that pissed me off and got me to actually like get legitimately mad at him the first time, is the fact that I knew that this guy is a capable guy. He's smart, but he's just useless.
Fucking, like, it still drives me nuts, though, because, like, I was just waiting. Like, I don't know about you, but I was just waiting for him to sit there. And I was fucking with you guys the whole time. Like, I don't know. Like, that was me, like, when he kept saying, hey, I got something, I was like, God damn it. Like, don't tell me all this sincerity just for fucking was just for shit. And then he kept it going. I was like, oh, okay.
I love how it went from him being like, you're a man that fucks another man pretending to be a woman, to bawling and fucking.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah,
well, I was trying to. I was trying to take it in a certain direction when he broke, and I didn't catch it at first because when he interrupted me, I was just like, okay, dude, if you want to talk, go. But then I was like, oh god, he was actually kind of breaking here.
Oh, you fucking screamed.
I've broken him to before.
Right.
He realized I was not. I think.
Yeah.
We'll see. And I'm serious about that too. I will create a new account and I will shit all the fuck over it.
Yeah. The subject I was actually going to bring up, ironically, was religion, because he was talking about how bad opinions and stuff like that, and I was thinking, well, let's grant that argument for a minute and say, if you were to say bad opinions, then, it'd have to be stuff that doesn't reflect reality, right? Well, let's talk about your belief in God and stuff like that. That doesn't reflect reality.
Yeah, well, in all fairness, though, to beat that dead horse, he only considers himself a fucking Catholic because he was baptized Catholic.
Right, I know, but it doesn't change the fact that he still does it. And, I figured, hey, if we're going to beat up on him, I'm going to cover every fucking angle.
Well, that's just a fucking easy, cheap shot route.
Well, I was in the cheap shot. What can I say?
Opinion, though. It's like he's just gonna
you got to pick your targets effectively.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Fuck it. Whatever. Like,
you missed it.
I tried so it took everything I had really not to kind of laugh during when every time he's all like, I'm sorry. And then it was like, it's okay. Just stop being a little bitch. Like, no, you didn't say that. You said, stop being a bitch. You went for like a bitch right now. And I was just like, oh my god, I just want to fucking laugh so hard right now. And it's like, yeah.
I'm blunt. You remember all the shit I was saying before that, like, I am this way to everybody. Like, fucking Simon will tell you. I'm an asshole, but I'm a wise asshole. Not a wise ass, but like a wise asshole. I'm an asshole when I have reason to be, which is all the time, but I pick a good reason to be an asshole. You know what I mean? And I point out things that, like, I don't fuck with people most of the time just to fuck with them. I fuck with people who deserve it or have something coming to them. That's how I can sleep at night, being a complete cunt.
Aww.
Yeah.
That's adorable.
Well,
I was pretty savage. Oh, in Archon, yeah, in this case, I'd leave the religion aspect alone. That's like a personal decision. Unless he's beating you over the head.
That's fine. I was just going in that direction because he was talking about
unless he's beating you over the head with a Bible or something, then that would be maybe make a case. But
well, he was just continuing the line of trolling, and he didn't realize that he was legitimately having a breakdown.
That's probably not the right time to get into a God debate.
What do you feel like?
It wasn't going to be a God debate. It was mainly pointing out his hypocrisy.
Well, mean, well, he's fucking crying. I doubt pointing out more hypocrisy was going to do much, but...
Well, no, I wasn't doing it while he was crying. When I originally brought it up is when he broke.
What was the straw?
And then I stopped.
Yeah.
What was the straw?
It was like, I don't remember the straw, but I just remembered, like, Archon was trying to say something. All of a sudden, John out of nowhere just screamed. Like,
yeah, that's what I was trying to bring up.
Like,
yeah, I was trying to say... Yeah, I started saying, you know, okay, let's grant your point that there's bad opinions, and then I didn't even hear what he said, but he was just kind of like, ah, and then I was like, okay, and then I tried talking again, and he's just like, stop it, and I'm just like, okay, I'll just let you talk. Okay. Yeah, I thought he was yelling at me to shut up, and I'm like, fine, if you want to talk, go for it, dude.
It was laying into him because he said wrong opinions exist, and I was like, John, there's no such thing as a wrong opinion.
Right.
Well, bad opinions, maybe, but...
Yeah, I mean, but still,
ignorant opinions, uninformed opinions, true, but...
I just feel like it's finally, like, it's been taking a long time to wither him down to this point.
Yeah.
And that's what it was. It was like you sat there and like the last little fallacy he fucking throws out there, and then you fucking like. I mean, you can contribute a lot of this. I know Beard Mode, you've been at him since since I first started. You know, since I've been a new fag. You know, fucking in here, I seen you've been on him like that, and like you told me, you showed me the DMs. You showed me the exact same shit. Like he fucking. Like, I think it was kind of weird. I think that's why you kind of, like, you said you're going to go hard on him, because you kind of, like, not necessarily had a breakthrough like this before, but you had, like, he kind of sounded like this in text with you when you were talking to him.
Yeah, let me pull up the messages I sent him. Hold on.
Yeah, and, like...
That's why I told him to reread his Skype messages, the ones he thought I was fucking with him on.
Yeah. And like I sat there and I saw that, and then he still continued to kind of be like this. That's why I figured that's why this is like a lot harder on him now than it was before. Yeah, but yeah, I just thought that was like unreal. I'm still halfway, because you know what? I think the thing is like it's such an easy outlet because there is no because you said you had someone to slap your ass around. Yeah, you slapped his ass around metaphorically on the internet and verbally, but like, kind of like if he doesn't have that physical presence, I feel like in some way to fucking kind of be like you were to him physically, like there, I feel like he could easily just fall back on following Verillo and basically going back to what he was. You know what I mean? Like. And that's why I was like kind of leaning towards the military thing, because at that point, if he does that, he really doesn't have, I changed my mind, you know, when he's in there, like, you know, I mean, he will have that like kick in the ass support that you were kind of supplying him. You know
well, the federal aid thing with the school thing is also similar. It's not quite the same, but it's similar because if you get into a class system and you flunk out while you're on federal aid, you can't get federal aid again until you pay back the money.
Oh, that's okay, yeah. That's a loan. You're talking about a loan compared to somebody continually up your ass.
Right, I know. That's why I'm saying it's only similar. It's not the same thing. It's similar.
Problem I had with that's a hard sell, and I also don't want him to get locked up and get into trouble, because I've seen a lot of when I was going through the service, there was a lot of people that just couldn't adapt.
Yeah,
he's got enough drive and motivation. If he was forced to, he could do it.
Yeah.
But,
sure, but why not start with baby steps? At least look at his
There's the last bit of a conversation we've had.
Well, I guess Beach, that was like when I was sitting there and I was talking about the sink or swim thing. Like, I know it's harsh and like maybe he can't handle it, maybe, but like, you know, like I'm sure you did the same thing. You put yourself in a sink or swim kind of situation. You know, it wasn't like you joined something. You dove into it, you know what I mean? Like, that's how I feel. Like, if he does this and kind of jumps into it, yeah, it could break him, he could fall out, he could fail, or he could fucking, you know, make something good of himself. And, like, that's kind of what I kind of stand by with that. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, the baby steps might be nice, but sometimes you just gotta fucking dive in the water. You know, and that.
Read that on the side and tell me if he was right in asserting that I've never been a friend to him.
You know, but yeah, I mean that's just how I feel about it. And you know, I could be wrong. Fuck yeah, I could very well be wrong, but
yeah, we could all be wrong. Yeah.
I mean, and what if John does get famous for eating a fucking shit? I'm just kidding. That was a joke. I'm sorry. That was a bad joke. Bad taste. Fucking, you know, Kotaku hires him as a writer. No, that's another joke. Okay, so, fuck. So how are you gonna spend the rest of your 31st birthday?
I'm probably gonna sleep here in a bit, and then I'll wake up and
masturbate.
Talk to my fiance. Actually, I barely masturbate, man. I don't do it. It's kind of like held over from having my fiance living with so much and not needing to. Blowjobs on the ready is pretty nice, but ever since she left, I think I've jacked off like 3 times. If I jack off, I'd probably like soak the disc. My balls are like grapefruits right now.
Blue balls.
I remember one time I I got off of a hunting trip. I went on like a month-long hunting trip, and I was sitting there and I was like, man, I have to do it. Like, I have to. I've been around guys. I haven't had a chance to do it. And so I just sat there and I was just like, here I go. And literally, like, within 1 minute, I was just like, oh, that's, yeah. It was like baby gravy all over my wall in my bathroom when I'm sitting in my toilet with my dick in my hand. You know, fuck it, whatever. I mean,
why you jack off on the toilet? That's a weird spot to jack off.
I jack off on the toilet. I was in a room with my brother. We shared a room. I was gonna jack off in the room with my brother in there, so I fucking sit on top of the toilet, and just fucking, you know, bust out the fucking conditioner and just go to town. Fuck it.
Next time, just say something and I'll send you a message on Skype, James.
Don't judge me. Don't judge me where I jack.
I ain't judging you. I was saying, hey, you know, if you want help, I'll send you something to help.
Anton, the world doesn't revolve around you.
I was offering to send you some porn, man. Just say so. No, just say, hey, dude, I need something to flap to, and I'll send it.